Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon to miss any of my future videos. In front of us we have the Hitachi KH-WS1 will form a daytime medium wave band scan. Current time is 1:29 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. I'm going to show you a couple features on this radio. One is there's a 9K, 10K setting that you can do. It's not printed anywhere on the radio. If you don't have the manual, you're kind of out of luck. So I'll show you how to do it. So while holding down the SC down or the SC up changes the 9K or 10K. So if you want to go 9K, you hold down the SC down and turn on the radio. And it switches to 9K stepping. Now if you want to go to 10K stepping, turn the radio off. Now you notice the time gets changed. We'll talk about setting the time in a second. So we want to go up. So we'll go ahead and hold down the SC up to go to 10K, press the power on, and now we're in 10K stepping. Okay, so now we'll have to show you how to change the time real quick. You hold down hit memory, flashes the clock, and this changes the hour. And of course this is a 24-hour clock. And then of course you have minutes to this side. So we'll go back to our time. You can hold it down. It's not super fast. And there we go. So we'll go ahead and enter that in. And we're done. So let's go ahead and turn the radio on and see what we can hear today on the medium wave band. So there we go. A little slider switch over here for our slider for our volume.
And he is forgetting, evidently, Joe Flacco, is that statistically he was about...
This is WAOK, Jackson, Wisconsin.
I think that is,
ESPN.
like I said, it's kind of Rich's job.
Officer, firefighter, or paramedic. Every day you send your loved one out into the world not knowing if he or she will come home safely. And if they don't come home safely, how would you support...
This is WIND, Chicago, Illinois.
The mission of the 100
answer?
clubs of Chicago, DuPage County, and Will County to provide for the families of fallen first responders.
This is WILL, Urbana, Illinois. NPR station. This is about 150 miles away.
What happened was very bizarre. The chairman of the Ways and Means Committee was a very able congressman from Arkansas named Wilbur Mills. And Wilbur Mills had a drinking problem. And
this is 590. This is WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan. It's about 130 miles away, I believe. Barely coming in, but you can make it out. Just a hint of WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles away.
Meeting you at White Lace Inn. Open every night of the year.
620 is WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
That's whitelacinn.com. Every time you pull up to your home, you notice it. Your neighbors probably notice it too. Your paint, it's fading, chipping.
Okay, 640 is WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. As you can tell, when we find a station, it gets a good lock on there. It says locked, so you know you're in tune. That's your tuning indicator. Okay.
Like, what do I need to do? I'm El Mago, man. Don't you see me out there making plays? There are some who believe that their best defensive lineup
WSCR, the
is
score,
Rizzo at
Chicago,
first,
Illinois.
Javi at second, Russell at short, Brian
All
at third.
sports all the time.
I don't feel that way. I don't think any concessions should be made for Addison Russell.
wheat and corn are unchanged. Soybeans up 3 3/4 cents a bushel. We'll have the settlement prices coming up an hour from now.
720, WGN Chicago.
Sports Cubs and Reds from Cincinnati again this evening. The White Sox have the day off. Traffic now. Here's Lauren Lepka.
The overturned semi on I-80-94 east at Calumet has been cleared, but traffic is still backed up.
Es otra forma. ¿Cómo qué? No se me había... ¿Cómo la gente, perdón los varones, pero cómo las mujeres tienen estas, les falta vino? Tenemos que hacer algo.
WNDZ, Portage, Indiana.
Ellas dijeron, en diciembre hace mucho frío en San Simón, vamos a llevarles...
Lowest gas prices from News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM WBBM.
Sponsored by ShermanDodge.com. Save $12,000 off
780 WBBM
on your
Chicago.
new 2018 ProMaster van at ShermanDodge.com, the #1 ProMaster van dealer in America.
Now, the lowest gas.
If you see a lower gas price, give us a call, 312.
What they think, Pew.
WCPT, Hollow Springs, Illinois.
State-by-state analysis. What southern states think, you know, that's maybe pretty predictable.
Son diseños, familia preciosa, profeta Rafael, son diseños que están en los cielos.
WAIT, Crystal Lake, Illinois.
En la tierra primero existió en el cielo.
It's a distance station here. WKAR, East Lansing, Michigan. I believe it's 140 miles. I'm going to bring a loop out and see if I can get any kind of audio out of this. Give me 1 second. Okay, I got my Tecsun AN-200 here. I'll line it up perpendicular to the ferret antenna. See if we can't hear anything. I'm getting no change. Okay, there we go. Speak too soon. Cool. The response to the passive loop during the day roll well. Good. I can almost make them out pretty easily. Cool. Put that off to the side. Big difference.
Investigation, don't alert them. And the answer is the obvious. It's right in front of us.
WLS Chicago.
They're scurrying around now. I mean, Rosenstein dumping on Comey, Comey dumping on Rosenstein. Comey's out there saying,
It's smoking. Yeah, that doesn't mean it needs to reboot. True. It's so easy to switch and save on car insurance at Geico.com. And now it's on fire.
This is WOKY. The Big Badger, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more. We all have home projects we put off far too long. So what's stopping you? For lots of people, they worry about overpaying and not getting...
The tuning indicator is pretty accurate.
Home Advisor can help.
Jesus says to John to hold your mother and to Mary to hold your son. And then the text says she went and lived with him. If she had had other children, she would most certainly not have lived with John, who was probably a relative.
9:30 is WBKM, Sandwich, Illinois.
Not that close to her, he might have been a second cousin.
To do this because they're not going to be able to do this the entire time on the House floor.
Okay, so no other commentary, anything else, just
their report, all 448 pages of it. So
this is WFAW, Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin.
Anything going on with it?
No, it should be.
Word for brother,
but in Aramaic, there's a word for cousin. In Aramaic, there is no word for cousin. I don't believe there's a word for
WNTA Chicago.
In Aramaic, they speak loud, like the son of my uncle, my brother from my uncle, that sort of thing. So I don't know. Does that help? Does that answer the question?
That helps. What about to the very richest individuals and corporations? I would repeal that. I would close the corporate loopholes. We gave $26 billion last year to the fossil fuel companies alone. Once again, I put back in the middle class tax cut.
WHA, Madison, Wisconsin.
People are feeling a little bit of a bump from that. Let's be very clear. That was set up in the 2017 tax cut so that the corporate tax cut was permanent, but the middle class tax cuts were temporary. I would put them back on and make them permanent.
With regards to that, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren, who is also running for the Democratic nomination.
Spring is here. So many great things you do with the kids as things warm up. What a wonderful family you've created. You want things to stay
It's WMVP Chicago, ESPN.
Taking the next step for your future. A vasectomy.
It's another station I like to listen to. They have great programs. Golf, you get your golf on here. Horse races, so pretty cool.
Make it so easy with a 30-minute, no needle, no scalpel, in-office vasectomy.
W Krakowie na rynku i tak dalej odnoszono się do niego czcią. A w tej chwili on boi się ubrać sutanny po prostu, żeby go nie
WNVR, Vernon Hills, Illinois.
do tego doszło. Wie pan, księża też są ludźmi i wielu wśród nich po prostu popełnia błędy i powinni iść ludzie.
From Chicago, Alan Hewitt, and he was a band called Alan Hewitt in '88.
It's WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Stages farther, because he was in a different bracket, I guess, is the way it worked out.
This is WHFB, Benton Harbor, Michigan, about 95 miles away. We're going to bring a loop in. I think it'll help it out. Helped it ever so slightly. Get back out of the way. Alright, keep moving.
Oh, look, he got another plate of food. Of course he did. I had to walk our friend LD. Nicely done. Because you're a people person. Did you say that? I thought you were that.
WTSO, Madison, Wisconsin.
Well, we know that.
That's a given. Sometimes I try to make other people feel good about themselves.
And Mitch writes peanut.
Nieustającej troski w najlepszym Bożym rozumieniu o naszych bliźnich. No tak, ale czas leci, a tymczasem...
WNWI, Oklahoma, Illinois.
Honorować solenizantów. Zaraz powiem, kochani, co to są za solenizanci. Na razie jeszcze ich nie mam, ale zanim ich znajdę i z rewerencją wyrażę im...
Music there is WMBI, Chicago, Illinois.
Put this big show of anger on saying, how dare he just cost us the election. Then people pointed out, no. He just exonerated her. He just let her off the hook. Oh, yeah, you're right.
WISN, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
After the election, when Comey starts angling to take Trump out, all these people that hated him started loving him. He's the greatest guy. It was odd. Media, CNN, they all loved Comey. Lanny Davis, all these people did.
Story to you. It was a story about a young couple here in Dallas who had to learn firsthand about undeserved and unconditional forgiveness.
Here's WYLL, Chicago, Illinois.
A newlywed Christian couple were taking an evening stroll at a nearby junior college. They were excitedly discussing all the things you might imagine: having children, purchasing a home.
Okay, so yeah, 1180 the Squirrel, WSQR, Sycamore, Illinois. Nice. I would love that. WRTO, Chicago, Illinois.
El tricolor se encuentra en el grupo A de la Copa Oro junto con Canadá, Cuba y Martinica. México hará su debut el próximo sábado 15 de junio con...
del equipo del Atalanta, y hay que decirlo, esta es la diferencia muchas veces del calcio o del fútbol europeo con lo que vemos muchas veces aquí en el patio.
WKRS, Waukegan, Illinois. ESPN.
Aquí entran de entrada con todo, y si hay que ir con pelota y hombre y pierna, también se la llevan puesta. Esto es una competencia de alto.
Do not lease a solar system. Okay. Because you're creating an obligation, and even though they say they're going to save you money from what you've got now, when the time comes to sell your house,
WCLO, Janesville, Wisconsin.
a liability that the potential buyer has to qualify to assume that liability of that lease. Okay. If you buy a system, you get 30% federal tax credit back for the cost of buying it.
Дело в том, что когда недвижимость падает в цене, цены на аренду всегда растут. Ну да, потому что спрос на аренду становится больше. И таким образом...
1240 is WSBC, Chicago, Illinois.
Если даже мы говорим сегодня о рисках, у нас они минимальны за счет того, что недвижимость, в отличие от других инвестиционных продуктов,
This is WEKZ, Monroe, Wisconsin, about 60 miles away. Luckily, I've been using loops to bring in this station with most of my radios. We'll try out this loop. Bring it in up here. So we got country music there on 1260. Cool. All right. That back out of the way. Okay, let's see what else we got. Going up.
MKD and whoever else you wanted to find. Or I could see Kimball Walker, Drew Holiday.
So this radio stops on 1620. It doesn't go past it. It doesn't have an expanded band.
Every day of the week and right till Sunday. But what I ever said about Rich is I did something out of the ordinary. After listening to your show for the last 2 days, I drove down from the 9th.
So this is WBIG, Aurora, Illinois.
To the heart of Little Havana where my people reside.
This is a small station here. It says WZTI, Greenfield, Wisconsin. This is usually a classic music station. Bring the loop in on this one. Able to pull that out. That's a difficult station usually. Cool. Alright, good to see the response with the loop in this radio. Of course, you have direct entry keypad. You could use that too. Okay, music on 1300 is WRDZ, LaGrange, Illinois.
Kind of a touchy thing. Work from home, too many distractions. Maybe you don't spend all the time on the job you should. But circumstances have changed.
WIBA, Madison, Wisconsin.
Where your job is in a lot of places now, or the commute is very long. And for bosses that really are concerned about productivity, it's now become the case that some people can be much more productive at home. and wasting as much time in a commute, or fretting over the expenses and not being able to afford to live where they work. And that's where remote PC comes in. If you've got the self-discipline to focus
today, allow me to change your smile, change your life.
This is WNTA, Rockford, Illinois. Mixing with another station, WKTA, Evanston, Illinois.
By staying cool with Allen Heating 0% effort. 12-year parts and labor warranty.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do it, but I just want everybody out there to hear loud and clear. Balance transfer is not your answer. Zero interest is not your answer. Getting pissed off and selling so much stuff the kids are hiding, that's your answer. Working an extra job, living on beans and rice, that's your answer. $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 a month. Boom, 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 boom. You punch this thing, man. That's the answer. And you got the answer. So if you want to put a little extra, icing on the cupcake with this $400, great. Go ahead. No problem with that at all.
WLBK, DeKalb, Illinois.
The danger is you feel like you did something. I'll tell you guys, aside from Laura's question, it's the same place in your...
Music there on 1380 is WBEL, South Beloit, Illinois. Okay, we got some choir type music there, WGRB, Chicago, Illinois. Okay, cool music on WRJN, Racine, Wisconsin. Cool.
Are loaded with comforts and amenities. Taylor's restaurant features everything from sandwiches to steaks. It's the perfect spot for family vacations. Please, no smoking.
1410 is WRMN, Elgin, Illinois.
4545 or online at caveandrocktailors.com.
Очень много людей приходят и покупают машины и для своих детей, которые уезжают в колледж.
WEEF, Deerfield, Illinois.
Кто-то выходит из виза, кто-то покупает новую машину, 0% финансирования. Очень большие rebate сейчас. С компаниями там предлагают практически на все модели машин.
No matter whether China raised their tariffs or we raised ours, it was bad for America, not bad for China.
Right. Well, of course, you're very, very
1440 WROK, Rockford, Illinois.
Whatever it takes. This has been, by the way, some of the thinking behind the existing trade policy to begin with.
This is WCEV, Cicero, Illinois. Country music on Iron Country, WGEZ, Beloit, Wisconsin.
We got Sacred Reich playing with Iron Reagan, Misfire, and more. Lee Ray's on the field too. We got 5 bands at Reggie's Rebel Radio Show tonight.
WPJX, Zion, Illinois.
We are taking people to sing.
Not available in all states. Quick and Most presents the Sports Flash, driven by Jeep on AM 1530 WCKG, live from the Hits Boxing Studios in Chicago.
Okay, we just said it, WCKG, Elmhurst, Illinois.
Here comes Elmore to score a 2-run double for Kyle Hendricks.
Okay, music there on WGLB, Port Washington, Wisconsin. (1580s) WTTN, Watertown, Wisconsin. So I'll clear up the signal a little bit. There we go. Alright, that worked out pretty good. Yeah, the loop's working out nice, especially towards the top of the band. Okay, we're almost out of stations here.
Weeds and wonder why it did not yield a bumper crop. They know they have to kill the weeds. You have to till your crop. It is work. And you know, they take a blank dirt field and scratch rows in it.
WCGO, Evanston, Illinois.
And put little seeds in the ground, all with the expectation that sometime next year, I'm going to make some money off of that. See, that's the ability to delay pleasure. They're doing work today that they don't benefit from today. Visit Lake County Passage.com or call 847-277-7000. You are listening to WBBR 256. This is the Lake County Passage Highway Travel Advisory Radio, operating on 1620 kHz for Wednesday.
So this is a county over from me, operating on an array of 10-watt antennas for the hazardous road alert. Pretty cool. Okay, so that's it, I believe. It stops at 1620, goes right back to 520. Okay, let's go and turn this off, do our final thoughts. So yeah, the Hitachi KH-WS1, one of those radios where the satellite is deprecated, no longer works anymore. I got the dish though, right here, WorldSpace dish, pretty cool. I picked this radio up just for fun because it had normal bands, FM, medium wave, shortwave 1, shortwave 2 that still work. You don't need the satellite capability to do that. So it was interesting. I figured, you know what, just for something fun. And then I'd seen some people using this antenna in a configuration with an SDR. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with that and see if that's even a possibility for me in my location, if it's worth trying to capture any kind of transmissions with it. So pretty interesting setup. Of course, this is made in Japan too. That's another reason why I bought it. It is a little beat up, but otherwise pretty cool, neat for the collection. As you can tell, the medium wave is okay. Fairly decent during the day and the evening. It's kind of a wider filter, I noticed. There is no bandwidth control on here to narrow it down a bit. I can tell it's a little noisier on the bands because of that wider filter. But you know what, local stations, they come in okay. Will I use this as a normal DXing thing? Maybe not, because the FM sounds really good on this radio. I'd rather listen to FM music on this. And maybe some local sports stations on the medium wave band. But overall, pretty happy with it because it's different and unique. And that's the main reason why I picked it up. So if you enjoyed the video presentation of the Hitachi WorldSpace KH-WS1 medium wave daytime band scan, please give me a big like. You guys are awesome. I know you like these band scans, the ones watching this right now. Two, of course, if you're new to the channel, like Hitachi radios, you're interested in these old deprecated satellite radios, I'll try to get more. If they made another model, I'll definitely check it out. Just hit subscribe with the bell icon, get notified of those future videos. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about this WorldSpace Hitachi radio. It is big. It takes 4D batteries. It is not it's not super portable. There's no handle on this thing. But it's something unique and different. Would you add it to your collection or not? Just because it is different. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next video. Take care, and goodbye.